Hello everybody, welcome back. Happy Overwatch anniversary, I guess you could call it. I'm really excited for the Overwatch anniversary update that just launched yesterday on all platforms. Today I want to go through the changes, the new game modes, and talk a bit about each of the noteworthy things. Talk about their impact to the game, talk about what I think was good, what I think might not be as good, and then show a little bit of footage of the 3v3 playlist with the new maps. So first of all, there are some hero updates that are important, and overall there is a quality of life change for all heroes. So this is more of an option for your heroes where you can disable or enable the recoil, recovery, aim, compensation. Blech, I said that weird. Recoil, recovery, aim, compensation. So this is for only a few heroes, which are Ana, McCree, and Widowmaker. So you can disable this, which by default is overruled by moving your crosshairs. So normally what happens is that when you fire McCree or Widowmaker or Ana's gun, there's vertical recoil, and then it settles back down automatically. You don't have to move the stick, but you can also move the stick, and usually that will cancel the downward motion programmed into the game automatically. With this, you can actually make it so that that downward motion always happens no matter what, so that your reticle will always settle back onto the initial target, even if you move left or right, for example, or you can bring down your reticle faster to get another shot off faster if you wish. So it's a quality of life change. For both Genji and Hanzo, they can now fire right after wall climbing, so there is no attack cooldown penalty. This is a very nice quality of life change for Genji mains out there, to make him feel a lot smoother, to get back into doing damage faster, and to deal with surprises or surprise someone else quickly. With Hanzo, I feel like it has less of an effect. However, with Hanzo, his storm bows had a change where you have a faster charge speed, and the charged arrows now maintain a charge after climbing a wall. So if you fully charge an arrow and then end up wall climbing, as long as you hold down the draw arrow, like the fire button, when he's at the top of the wall and gets over it and stops doing the climbing animation, you'll be able to fire a fully charged arrow. You will not need to redraw the bow. This is a fairly big change for Hanzo. I believe it'll give him a much more viable DPS role, even though he doesn't have much of a role as such in most cases. However, giving him an improvement to DPS may actually make him more viable in a competitive environment, and for sure more effective for those who like to play Hanzo. So Orisa has had a small change, making her more of a defensive tank. Her main weapon damage has been reduced by almost 10%, which is not terribly high per bullet, but overall, because she fires a lot really quickly, is fairly substantial. But her protective barrier has decreased the cooldown by about a third, so from 12 to 8 seconds. Sorry, yeah, that is a third. Okay, we're good. I can still do math, apparently. So that's huge for her. So she's become very much a defensive role now. Blizzard intended for her to be used very defensively and maintain a front line, so that protective barrier can be used a lot more and can be repositioned a lot more, especially, so you don't need to feel as hemmed into a choke point or into an engagement. You've set up the protective barrier and you can move around and move past it and feel like it'll only be a short time before you can put up another barrier and hold that line. So I think this was a very good change for Orisa, as it allows her to play more to what it felt she was advertised to do, as opposed to being a tank DPS-y hybrid thing, which was very odd. A big change to Reaper for me. I love this. Wraith form automatically reloads Reaper's weapons. So this is huge for me. I love this because I know I get scared sometimes and I'm at the end of my mag, and then I go into Wraith form and just watch a McCree kill me as I am trying to reload. So this is super nice, and it gives him a chance to fight enemies at close range, mind you, because again, they're still shotguns. So if he's at close range, Wraith forms away, and you end up chasing him, that might be a mistake, because he will have full ammo, so be aware of that. For those of you who are up against Reapers, you may see a little resurgent in his use temporarily during this update. or like after this patch, I guess. Reinhardt's effective height of his ultimate has been reduced so that it doesn't like map Pharah's that are in the air, which is great. I think that's a good idea, and it's not been nerfed too much to make it ineffective. And again, all targets on the ground will still get hit. Even if they're jumping, I believe they will still get hit because 2 meters is a pretty high threshold. So I don't think this will functionally change Reinhardt's ult. It'll just make it so that he doesn't grab people that are way too high to be hit by a ground-based ultimate. They finally addressed Soldier a little bit. They've reduced his damage per bullet by 1, so from 20 to 19. And I feel like this is a good thing to do, is reduce it by a very small amount, because increasing it by 3 or 4 made it ridiculous. And so decreasing it by 1, I feel like has given his damage output a much nicer balance, so that he's not a necessary pick, but is a good pick to have as your primary DPS. So those are the main changes to the main heroes. There are a few updates to the game modes, first of which is a 3v3 lockout style game mode. So once you've won a round in 3v3 with a certain character, those 3 characters are locked out for your team. So you can't just run like a Mercy Roadhog Soldier combo the entire game, the entire 3v3 match. You can only use it for what? You can only use it until you win a round with it. So if you lose a round using characters, you don't have to, they don't get locked out. And then the second new game mode that I really like, and I may do a highlight video for this, is to highlight it because I think it's a fantastic concept, is almost like pick one of 3 1v1 elimination. So it's 1v1 eliminations, but instead of you guys always being the same character, there are 3 characters that both people get to choose from. You can pick any of the 3 and then duel it out from there. So you could get a Roadhog McCree Reaper, for example. That might not be that balanced, but they try to make it fairly balanced from what I've seen from gameplay so far. And you basically go from there, and it's first to 5, same as the normal 1v1 elimination. So check those things out in the arcade. They're a ton of fun. I've been playing a little bit, got a little bit of footage, as you guys can see here. So that'll be it for this review of the patch and bug fixes. I think overall most of these changes are positive. I don't see any of them making any one character or any game mode not fun or overpowered. So very good patch. It's not a huge update, mind you. It is the anniversary, so there's all the anniversary related things like the skins and other loot boxy goodies, so have that to look forward to as well. But for now, I just wanted to touch on the patch updates, let you guys know I'm still here, still paying attention to Overwatch. It's been pretty busy lately, trying to juggle a few games, but we're making it work. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rdub. This is Rdub's gaming channel. Haha, so fancy. If you liked the video, let me know. Hit that like button and comment down below if you have any opinions on the patch yourself, whether you think it's positively or negatively affected a character you like to play, whether any of these updates have affected a character that wasn't directly updated, so because of the update this character now has this extra or has lost this effectiveness. Anyway, again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to stay updated on when I upload and stream. And again, my name is Rdub, and I will see you next time. Meow.